our main bracket, our gold bracket here, we got a lot of work to do, or still some work to do. So we have a King of the Hill match to play. We've got to figure out the loser side, the backdraw of this bracket, and we've got a world champion to crown, give away $30,000 top prize. So I keep asking you this. I'm going to keep asking you what stands out now here as our field of 64 and beyond continues to sort itself out.
You know, I'm torn. We've got Paul Luna taking on Lance Harris for King of the Hill in the championship side. And then you've got Brandon Robinson, taking on Paul Tayloe. It's honestly, out of everybody, Brandon Robinson is probably feeling the best right now, even though he's got a loss, because he never, 4 or 5 days ago, would never have thought that he would be on this stage right now, much less a top 4 guaranteed finish, not just at a national tournament, not just a, regular tournament, but the Golden Tee World Championship, and the first one we've had in almost 3 years.
Yeah, by the way, I'm laughing because, Brandon's in the background just solo warming up on a cabinet. He's doing fist bumps. If you've watched him throughout the day, there's a lot of love in this room for him, of course, and we'll get to him momentarily, but it is King of the Hill time here. These guys haven't played in a little while. These guys know each other quite well. Paul Luna, amid the carnage and the upsets and the losses, is right here. Lance Harris, of course, second place in the Golden Tee Mobile World Championship, now trying to make the finals on the other side.
I don't know where this is going to go, truly. Paul Luna, Lance Harris, I don't know if you could have asked for a better King of the Hill and a more unpredictable King of the Hill match.
Well, I think Lance, in talking to him, Brandon feels like he's playing with house money, and he is, and that's pretty dangerous. I would imagine that Lance, and I talked to him a little bit about this, he's got a real similar vibe. Lance is very calm, and obviously just look at him, his disposition throughout all of this. Very, very put together. Paul, of course, has been here before, has been close before, the favorite to win this event. Paul's a monster. Saw him pulling out on the stream, done everything. Again, so this is a really, really interesting matchup.
These guys drawing Monte Ceballos. We have not seen too much of this.
No, not on the stream.
There's a couple of holes with the massive Jim Z elevation changes that really, even with as great as these guys are, I think will challenge them because they know there's pressure. These guys don't succumb to pressure much at all, but I know inside they're feeling like, okay, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but it's pretty dang close. If you're King of the Hill, you've got a much better chance of winning the tournament.
Yeah, obviously, if you're King of the Hill, this is crucial to a championship run. You're going to have to be beaten twice in the finals. Massive. And in terms of the money on the line between first and, say, second or third, right, it's huge. So let's see. So Lance first up here. And, again, yeah, you're right. I don't think I've called a Monte match yet. We've seen it in the background. We've seen some huge numbers on this, of course. Huge scores.
Jeff Lannon with 34 under earlier.
34 under.
Now, this is one of the new tee boxes that came out last summer for Monte. It's tough. You see Lance going back and forth because it's drivable, but it's offset, so it's not a guaranteed drivable at all. He's going to have to work some magic here, or at least get close enough down there, as I say, for a chip.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh, look
really
at that. He's
nice.
putting in.
Great shot.
Got a chance at eagle opportunity here.
Wow, huge. Really, really big. All right, so Paul going to try and answer, bringing it in. And it's going to be a chip for Paul Luna, albeit one that has a high percentage of make. Got the 6-iron out. Oh, and drains it. Beautiful. Beautiful. No doubter. Absolutely huge. So Lance was thinking maybe not to be. Beautiful chip there. Lance now, I think he's the best straight putter in the world.
Probably.
Just because we've seen some 78, we've seen some monster long putts for him.
And it's funny that this is probably one of the very few, I don't want to say non-drivable looks here on the new tees of hole 2, but this is nowhere near where these guys wanted it to be. You know, 2 under after 1. Really good setup there on hole 1.
448. You know, depending on what there's going to be points here, right? There's going to be points. And by the way, Brandon Robinson, Paul Tayloe. Oh, nice hog. Whoa, that's a big drive. Wow.
Yeah, you know, I knew there was a chance. That 448 made me nervous, but the way that the hill is in the rocks down there, you
Kinda
can get a
funneled
really
it
good
right
bounce.
there. All right, so we're going 4 wide here. King of the Hill and also the backdraw side. 2 great stories in Paul Tayloe and Brandon Robinson. Oh, my goodness, things are cooking here.
82 feet putt for Eagle on hole 2.
Oh!
Paul Tayloe, Brandon Robinson teeing off on hole 1.
Lance here. Long putt's been the theme for him.
Oh, and he did the same thing.
Just pulled it.
Anse Kokos for our friends on the not losers, but the back draw.
Back draw. When you say not well, never mind.
You know.
I do. All right.
And there's a reason why Paul Taylor's nickname is Holemaker. It's not just a sign of cockiness. It's because he really is.
He's a machine.
He is a machine with hole outs. But, you know.
Look at this.
Oh,
wow.
But Brandon Robinson's been on fire. And I love Brandon to death. I mean this in the best way possible. Like, you expect to see Paul Taylor in a position like this on this stage. And even Brandon himself said, I did not think I would get as far as I am. And that's an amazing run for him. And for him to keep his composure and to play against some of the best people in the world that he probably has lost to over the course of years of tournament play.
Ooh,
oh, Paul
goodness.
Luna. Great shot points.
And Brandon, by the way, he qualified great. Was he number 18? Top 20, certainly in the qualifier. Was right there. Didn't have to scramble to make the cut. Felt really good about that. Was feeling his oats last night here as we saw him at the Westgate walking through. He was excited. He was confident. It wasn't just happy to be here stuff, and it's reflected obviously today. Was unbeaten for a long time. Now has a chance to pick up some, some dough, first of all. But man, oh man, what a run.
You know, and honestly, I don't know if there's a better course for Tayloe and Robinson to play against each other on than Anse, because there's so many potential swing holes.
Now, we will try to. You got 4 guys that have been all over it all day. And look at that, almost for Paul. Well, I should be more specific for Tayloe. Paul Luna, going to drop this in. Going to be a lot of shotties, I think, flying around here. Pretty good look for Anse on this. As long as you carry it, you could spin this thing back and get it pretty close.
Little 7 hybrid action.
All right, so Paul Tayloe now sizing it up. Lance going to do the same. And if you're just joining us, Golden Tee World Championship here at the Westgate. King of the Hill match on the left. The winner of that goes into the finals. On the right, the backdraw of this bracket, just trying to stay alive. And at this point, with only a handful of people left, it's pretty meaningful.
Oh, look at that. I was taking a breath because I was not sure Paul Luna was going to get that one.
Louise.
Both, I mean, honestly, I could see any of these 4 gentlemen. Amazing stories behind all of them. Amazing play.
But the King of the Hill, you're right. The percentages on that, I would love to know what that is. You win that match and you're unbeaten in the finals. You've put yourself into a really good position to win this tournament. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Lance taking his time. Lance, by the way, on the mobile side here, had to qualify in Vegas to make the mobile tournament. So many close calls. Was able to do it. And then the moment he qualified, he became like one of the top 2 or 3 favorites to win the event. That's the kind of game he has in mobile. Okay, for Brandon, we'll see.
Yeah, and just between Paul Luna and Lance Harris, we were talking about King of the Hill. Guaranteed first or second.
Yeah.
You know, that is no small feat.
Top 2, yeah.
That's a lot of money
if you
on
get
the
there.
line.
Absolutely. All right, so Brandon here, obviously less than ideal. This is a moment where you really, you don't have a ton of great options here. Is it take your medicine and move on?
Yeah, I think you're going to see him. He's looking to his left. I think he may.
And Lance, by the way, looks like he just scooted one by.
I'm almost kind of surprised Brandon did not just go for the sand. But either way.
All right, so Paul Luna, by the way, takes a one-shot lead.
Yep.
Again, we're trying to keep up here. There is a lot going on. And potentially
just a little short on that shot for Paul Tayloe, trying to make it a 2-stroke lead instead of a 1, potentially.
All right, so now we've seen Brandon do this before, by the way, in this tournament where he missed and then he he almost did it again. My goodness. And we saw that 2 hours ago or so, and it's done well for him, obviously. All right, so on the King of the Hillside, Lance Harris with a really good shot and great shot points.
And Lance, being in that tough spot, being down 1, he's got to get a hole out here soon, because the back of Monte is where things get a little hairy with some of those setups.
Absolutely. It's a really fun course, very different course.
On the Ante side here, really good opportunity to make a run at the hole for Brandon here. You're on the left. The pin is on the left side of the tier. So if you even could get a little ramp action on it, not that you want that, but you've got a little bit of a buffer. Just a little too hot.
It was a little hot, but that's fine.
Also, on this other side of Monte, really, really nice.
This is
shot there by Paul Luna.
Every shot looks like it might go in. This is a really good look for Lance here. Down a stroke, picks his line. I mean, you could move this over. This is basically a straight shot. Getting the thumbs holstered.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
Literally a hair too far.
Grabs the beard in disgust. Quick beard pull.
Self-discipline.
No, it is. He knows. That was a good opportunity, but there'll be other ones too. So still down 1.
Oh, that's a good shot there for Brandon Robinson. Paul Tayloe going to take their eagle putts here.
Paul Luna safely on. If you're wondering the camera, why Paul's going to the top view, he's doing that. There's some strategy involved here, right? What you want your opponent to see, because you're seeing exactly what they're seeing.
Yep.
It's like he's done this before.
Beautiful shot by Paul Tayloe on the right-hand side there.
Lance, oh man.
I mean, honestly, between these 4 gentlemen, these 2 matches, I'd be shocked if we didn't have over 200,000 in great shot points.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Lance is, I think, north of 50 already. Of course, he had to hit the button too fast.
29,000, 18,000. So almost collectively at 50K.
That's nice. You're saving me.
Yes.
Oh! That just slowed down. Paul Luna is not the guy that you want to be chasing. Not the guy that you want to be chasing by any means. The favorite coming into this event, 6-1. Can Lance get that stroke back?
Scary.
Just a little short, yeah. Brandon Robinson now.
There's still plenty of Ante around to potentially throw either of these guys off.
Very clean.
We talked about this earlier. There's a couple of drivable par 4s that the tee box will really make or break.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, Brandon didn't like that shot, but that's okay. Nice straight uphill putt as you navigate some spam. Good for you. Paul hit the green there. Meat on that putt, but that's just fine. All right, so big elevation drop, but a really nice straight wind here over on Monte.
This could be Lance's chance to get back in it.
Yeah, it really is.
I think he pushed it too far left, and that may be dangerous.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Wow. From holy bleep to holy bleep.
Yeah, well done. Wow.
Oh, it's happening at some point. I'm sure with the way these guys are shooting lights out.
How about
Paul?
Luna making a run at it now? No, that's a little bit. See, I think after watching that too, he's saying, you know what? I'm probably going to be right at that.
Now, on Onsei 10, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, good shot.
What trees?
That is perfect. Up, over.
That is a
Threaded.
pressure. That's a pressure point for Brandon. I gotta be. I mean, that is. Wow.
That is a moment when you're playing somebody, they go up and they just hit something so. That shot, that kind of shot. Oh boy. I would have attempted the same one. I don't have Paul Tayloe's shot. Now, if you're Brandon, take your medicine and try and get this to drop. Oh boy, sit. Yeah. It's all right.
Honestly, I think that's even. I think that's okay. Oh no, Lance, a little hot.
Okay. All right, so we've got good pot from Lance. All right, so Brandon, you see him clap his hands there. Ooh, good putt by Mr. Tayloe. One shot for Luna on the left, and now Paul Tayloe's kind of opened it up a little bit on the right. Still some holes to go, of course, but the way Paul's been playing, man, that shot he just hit, by the way, off the tee was unbelievable. And look at that.
What trees? I'm just going to say that every time.
Just applying a lot of pressure here. Speaking of pressure, Luna, I don't know how many times we've seen him do that this weekend.
I feel like we're just broken records up here because every shot these guys hit are just amazing.
Wow. All right, so now Brandon's got to make something happen. Doesn't necessarily have to be here.
This is a Lance Harris hole out, by the way.
Good shot by Brandon. Yeah, this is a good look at it, man. You want to even it up. All right. Lance is taking his time because you know these opportunities aren't.
Two great shots by those guys.
And he knows. All right. Still one stroke difference in the King of the Hill. Brandon, I think, wearing a little bit of it now.
Oh, it's a.
But get it to two. Get it to two. That's theme in all these matches. Get it to 2 shots. Paul Luna's saying he wants to get it to 2. The other way. Build up a little bit more of a lead.
Now, this 15-mile-an-hour wind on 14 here is pretty interesting. Both these guys opting to go to the top, but you still have to deal with those big elevation changes in that wind behind you.
Lance didn't seem like he loved that, or at least he was giving it a bit of a long look there as it was settling to rest.
Speaking of long looks, 13. Wow, is that nasty on Onsei for these guys. Oh, he's on the first cut.
All right, wow.
He needed that.
Yeah.
Rough there would not, well, it would have been rough, let's be honest. That would not have been ideal for him.
Boy.
Come on, I haven't made too many terrible.
No, that's the first, and it was a big one.
Okay.
Come on, get up.
All right.
All right. Longer putt.
Oh, Lance getting.
That's got to sit. That's got to sit, and that is a problem. That was deep off the club. It's not an awful drop. I mean, it's not a chip, but that is a. Oh boy! All right. So if you're Paul Luna now.
Oh, Paul
if you're Paul
Tayloe.
Tayloe.
It's a big putt here for Brandon. Oh, shoot.
The wheels finally maybe coming off, but by no means a knock. The guy has played beautifully, but it's going to have to make something happen here, down 4. with only a handful of holes to play. Lance Harris,
Hole 15 here.
can say the same thing, by the way. You know, Brandon Robinson, we compared it to Jared Decker, maybe Clint Grover, Lance now battling off the wall, and all of a sudden, you know, in a day of clean play and Cinderella runs, we're quite literally running into walls, right? It's hard. It's a long day.
It is. Luna on the rough here, but he's going to putt this, and eagle for him. He's going to get another stroke added there for the lead against Lance Harris. 4-stroke lead on Lance going into 16.
It's not too bad for Paul.
4-stroke lead on
Oh,
Paul Tayloe on Brandon Robinson, I believe.
yeah, Paul Luna here, I think when he wants to play just sort of a safe-ish game, he can, and he's going to. Lance Harris trying, sit. Oh,
Yeah, he knows he's running out of opportunities.
this
to make
is
the
where
run.
it's tough in these matches too, because you do need to be aggressive, and you can throw everything at it. But when you do that, of course, you risk it. I mean, and that's okay. Like, this is the moment where it's, you know, you're not really worried about necessarily the bad that could happen. You're worried about what the, you know, trying to steal a stroke somewhere. But that is a tough way to play it too.
A tough look there.
Wow. All right, that's going to be a long putt. Brandon, oh, it's a good line.
Just short.
That's a good shot.
It's a beautiful shot
That's a
by
really
Lance.
Good line.
Chance for Lance to get a stroke back here. He's going to
Gonna
need
see
him.
what the break is.
Man,
Man,
Paul Luna just
wow,
dead center
wow.
cup. Paul Luna doing Paul Luna things, honestly. All right, hole 18 of Monte Ceballos. I joked the other day when, you know, we talked Jim Z into making this hole 18, and Jim, I've seen his reaction to some of the shots that people are hitting.
That's that. Yep.
He loves this course and this hole. When we started taking screenshots on this a long time ago, you couldn't even see where the green, or excuse me, where the pin in the green was with some of the angles, because it's just such a massive drop.
Oh.
And here's the thing, guess what? You know what, Lance? He lost this match, but that's okay.
He's got a match to lose.
That's okay.
He's got a match to lose. Lance is okay with that, actually. Lance?
Paul Luna, 31.
31.
To become your king of the hill, which means Paul Luna has to be beaten twice in the finals to lose. He's
Wow.
so much closer to his next world championship. He's guaranteed a second place finish, something he's done before.
6-1 to win the title, 6-1. The favorite, and I think we've been, you know, the guy that leading into this week, people were talking about, is this going to be it?
Oh, Brandon's got to make this. I mean, I know there's still hole 18, but I got to say, first off, wow, that Paul Tayloe was just
seriously.
a hair away from that tier of
I've
the
seen
green.
him live a little dangerously a couple of different times, but you know what?
Honestly,
it suits him well.
It seems to pay off well. Not an easy look here.
That's exactly it.
Very rare
That's exactly
Paul
it. You gotta-
Tayloe layup, but I don't blame him.
You
He
get
may
a
hole
nice
out from
straight
here.
Win. Yeah, no, you do. It's a good look. And if you're Brandon now, what the heck? Give
This
it a
is
roll.
usually the part of the show where I tell my opponent, okay, I hold this out and we go into sudden death. Like, let's just, you know, if I make a miracle happen. Oh,
great shot.
you know what? And that's a fourth place finish for Brandon Robinson. I mean, congratulations to him.
Wow.
A massive, massive run.
And there it is.
Well deserved
That's
for
gonna seal it.
Brandon.
So Paul Tayloe does it.
So Paul Tayloe meets Lance Harris. The winner of that match meets Paul Anthony Luna for the 2022 Golden Tee World Championship.
Wow. So Paul Luna now is the guy.
There's a reason why he is the guy on that odds sheet.
On this sheet right
the reason
here.
why he was the guy all weekend long and he's one step closer to being the guy.
All right, so Brandon Robinson, cannot say enough about him. What a run. I would imagine he's going to be hugging people and getting congratulations for the next 4 hours for the run that he had. And for us, you got work to do, right? Where are you going now? You got to go.
I'm going to go take a nap and relax.
I don't know. I think you got to go talk to people. And
no,
make sure.
There's a lot of stuff going on. We are going to get ready for it. The couple final matches. I'm going to jump out of here. Chris Longino going to step in to call the finals action with Mr. Adam Kramer here. So my friend.
I'll see you in a little bit. I've got drinks too.
Oh yeah, always a pleasure.
Always.
We'll see you guys here soon.
Kevin, a pro's pro, of course. I think he's going to be doing some interviews in the room. He's got too many hands to shake as well. As we look at our room here, still a lot of people filling up around our main games. Chris Longino going to jump back in here shortly.